Right, welcome back. Doing a little bit of something different today, a bit of fishing. Normally we're just doing shooting on this channel, but obviously shooting season's closed, it's the summer, so just gone down the beach today called Burnt Wood with Dad. Hopefully we're going to catch some smooth hounds, probably a few bream as well, to be fair. It looks quite breamy down here, a few ledges, a few sort of quite rough ground here, sort of sandy, shingly, quite a few big rocks and stuff, so it's good for bream. But I didn't record the setting up of the rigs and that because I wanted to get it done quick because the tide's starting to come in already. But today all I'm using is a pulley pennel, quite a simple one, just a homemade one that I made that you clip down. Comes to a 5-ounce lead, and I've just got, I'm not sure how well you can see that, but half of a small spider crab lashed up with some bait elastic, and then two 4.0 hooks in it, I think 4.0 J hooks, if you want to be precise. That's on that rod, and then on the other rod I've got just a bream rig, a couple of pop-ups on each hoe, down to a 4.0 gripper, two size 2 Aberdeens, and yeah, on my small bass rod. So I'm going to flip this one out for a bream while it's light. It might take it off when it gets dark, and then this one's going to go out straight away for a smooth hound, or maybe a bass, to be fair, because it looks quite bassy around here. Right, I've put my wireless mic on now because the wind's gone round a little bit. It's not quite in the same direction that they said it was going to be, so it's a bit more easterly now, so it's right in my face, so you might not be able to hear me without this wireless mic on. I'm just going to show you quickly how I bait up my spider crab. So this is just a standard sort of pulley pennel, swivel, and then your bait shield at the bottom, 5-ounce gripper. All I do in mine, these are a bit shorter, these are like wide mouth hooks, so you've got a bit more of the semicircle to present. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to nick it in like that, pull it so that it's flush, get my bait elastic, whip that over there, and then you just want to go around the eye of the hook and then all along sort of the shank, making sure that it's nice and tight. But I don't know, these spider crabs are from last year, but you can see all the juices coming out of them still, they're still nice. Then you've got that, sort of try and get it to focus a bit. You've got a nice sort of presented semicircle then, and all I do is to just get the pennel hook like that, throw that over there, and I just wrap the hook a bit like that so that it doesn't slide, and I just hook mine through the side. I like to try and have it so that one barb's pointing up and the other barb's pointing a different way, so that, say for example, you pull it out the fish's mouth and it comes out like that, that barb will get it, and if it goes to the side, the other barb will get it, sort of covering both sort of angles. All you do is you just pull it down, clip it to your bait shield, and then it's ready to cast out. Get those down there. Right, so for those of you that don't know, I'm just going to give you a little demonstration on how I prep my peelers. So these are good peelers. These have all, the shells have basically already come off. So all you've got to do is pop the head off it. Underneath you've got all of this hard shell still, so you just want to, if you just give it like a pull and a twist, sometimes you can keep the legs on there. And I'm not sure how well the GoPro's focused, but it basically feels like rice paper, how thin the shell is. Just give it a pull and a twist. Most of the time it's going to come off, but even if you just keep like the little segments of the bottoms of the legs, every little helps, I guess, when it comes to the amount of bait you get on your hook. Go around there, peel it all off. Just take this little mouth bit off there. And all I do is I just have a pair of scissors. Some people use a knife, but I find it easier with scissors, and you just got to get it so it's down the middle. You just want to cut all the way through, like that. Two separate bits, that's two sort of average size baits, I would say. I normally use bigger ones, to be honest, but it doesn't really matter. And all I do is when I'm prepping them and they're not going on the hook, I just give them a little pre-wrap into sort of a little sausage shape. Then when it comes to baiting them, all you've got to do is thread your hook through it like I showed you earlier. Bait elastic the hook so it's tight, and then throw it out, so you end up with like a little sort of sausage shape oozing with juice. spider crab bait ready to go. And I always do it on both bits. So get the elastic, stick into my hands where I've got wet hands from all the juices. Now this to me looks like a bit of a small bait, but if you were using a shore crab, it's not really going to be much bigger than this anyway, so realistically it's not a small bait. But I'm just a bit of a big bait whore. I just want to always throw out a big bait, mostly because you feel like you're going to get a big fish, but half the time it's just a dogfish that eats it anyway, innit? But yeah, that's how I prep my baits. And all you've got to do is thread the hook on it, bait elastic on, job's a good one. Hopefully about 9 o'clock, just as it starts to go dark, the water will be up a bit higher. There's a ledge over here to the right and a ledge over here to the left. We're sort of fishing in a little bit of a bay in between two structures, so hopefully any fish going back and forward or coming into the bay got to pass by us, so hopefully we should get some out. Theoretically anyway. But later on, I don't know if you can see there, but you can see all this weed up in the tree. And then to my right on here, this big fallen tree is all covered in green weed, so later on all of this is going to be water, so out there it's going to be quite deep. At the minute it's not deep, we're probably only fishing about 4 or 5 foot of water maybe. But you don't need a lot of water for hounds and bass anyway, they come in close. And stingers as well, they get a lot of stingers down there. Wouldn't mind having one of them. Fingers crossed. Right, so we just moved again. Hopefully this is the last time that we have to move for the rest of the night. But we're slightly below the tide line here, so I think maybe we might have to move up a little bit further. It's getting to that time where the sort of twilighty time where something might happen, so I'm going to put some fresh baits on in a second. Cast them out just for when the sun goes down. I hope that something happens, because all I've been doing recently is blanking. I'm getting bored of it. Fingers crossed, either me or Dad gets something. If we see one hound, it's a success. Right, so I've just put 2 fresh baits out. Just going to put my tip lights on. For those of you that are wondering what ones I use the BCCT sort of battery ones. They're dead easy. You just flip the battery around in them. Put that down there. You just turn the battery around, put it in there. It's like a little LED that when you pinch the back of the casing together, just lights up. It's much easier and much better than those sort of snap glow lights that you can use. Those snap glow lights are fairly expensive. I think it's £10 for 2 of these, and I've had them 4 months and they're still just as bright as the day that I bought them. So I'll never be going back to those other lights, and they're brighter as well. Like over the January and February when I was fishing, when I was using those snap lights, I found that when it was cold, they fade really quickly. Whereas these, obviously, you don't have that problem. So, for those of you who are wondering, BCCT lights, you can get them on eBay about £10 for 2. They're definitely worth it. That is an absolute grenade of a fucking spider bait. Look at it. It's a grenade. That is no joke. Spider crab Semtex going out. Come on. I don't think so. No, there is something there. No, there isn't. Fucking bastard. Nah, I don't think so. It did, it's proper slack liner. You in? Oh, I've got a small hound. Is it a good one or not? How did this thing slack line me? 4 ounce gripper and this has slack line me. I mean, come on, man. This is what we resorted to. Little tiny smut. Tiny. I'll go help Dad with this. You alright? Woke up a bit, has he? Go on, boy. Make sure none of the other rods go off while we're not looking. Oh, he's a better one. Oh, he's quite big, he is. He's a fair size. Dad, that's pretty big. Jesus. Do you want me to grab the leader? I'll tell you what, that's big. That's one of the biggest I've ever seen. Oh my God. That's an easy double, that. Oh my days. Let me turn my headlight off. Jesus, man. Look at the size of that. Go on, you hold your fish.
Alright, let's get the account.
Make sure none of the other rods are going. That's a big one, that is. I reckon that might go. I reckon that's 15 pounds, you know. Go on, there you are. You hold your fish, mate. Turn your headlight off. That's a big one. Here. Bloody hell. How has he still got so much going in?
We didn't really do much on the way in, that's why.
That's quite a big one, that is, you know. Yeah. Just show the camera one more time before we let him go. That's a big one, that is. 12.34 pounds. So what's that, like 12 pounds, 6, 7 ounces, something like that?
Yeah.
That's got some girth to it. That's your biggest, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just over 12. Lovely fish.
Tell you what, I thought it was a bit bigger than that when I saw it in the water, but even so, that's a beast. Well in.
It's bigger in the water.
I'm telling you, when I saw it in the water, I thought that was 15. Get in. See you later, son. Just like that. Fair play.
Ah.
Fair play. That made it all worth it, didn't it? Might have a bit of fishing on our hands here, hopefully.
Yeah.
I can't believe I caught one that was about 8 ounces and he caught one that was 12 pound 8 ounces. No way. Give me one pull down like that and then nothing. Yeah. Oh, he's got a little bit of balls about him.
Good.
Oh, he's gone over the other line.
We'll just crank them both up.
No, he's in front of that tree, I think. Fine. He's trying to go for it now, though. Look, you see him over there?
Yeah, I do.
Not a very big one. He's wrapped up, I think. He's all right, though. He's all right. Three pounder or something. Yeah, watch out for that line round you. He felt a bit bigger than that, to be fair. So I'm just laying this rod down, Dad. The line's just over your shoulder, like. Just turn your torch off before you come.
I'll let you do it.
God. Finally a bit of a better one for me. Probably £3 maybe, something like that. Better than the little squeakers. It's not quite the mammoth Dad had, but this is one I'll actually count. Yeah, hours of fishing actually paid off. It was looking pretty bleak at one point, but quite a nice little smut. Quite a healthy one as well. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Finally something half decent that wasn't 8 ounces. That bait was out there for ages as well. I was contemplating changing it, but it was quite a big one, so I knew it was going to be all right. But yeah, happy with that. Ooh. Why do they always do that? There we go. Something that was worth it. Finally. Not a massive one, but we take those. Get this baited up again quickly. We've got a little bit of time before we go. Might be another one out there. But it's, I reckon it's probably... Do you reckon it's slack water now, Dad, or not? It's not coming up anymore, is it? I would say it's about slack water now, so it's a bit hard to judge, but I reckon it's probably about slack water. So maybe we just fish the first of the ebb, see how it goes. It's quite late at the minute. I think it's about almost midnight, but we're not really asked. If the fish are biting, we'll stay here. What time is it? Yeah, 11:45. So not bad. I was a bit sceptical, to be fair, because I hadn't really had any proper bites all night, but luckily we've been saved by the bell right at the end of it. Didn't really think of it at the time, but for future reference, need to make sure I set up on the left so that we can get Dad and my rods in. But that way you'll be able to see both of us if we catch them it. But to be fair, this is the first time I've set it up with a wireless mic, and we've got to get a different housing for the GoPro and all sorts of stuff, so not a bad first trial really. As long as the audio hasn't fucked up or anything like that, I think it's been alright. Yeah, great stuff. I'm happy about that. I'm well happy, ain't it? Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that looks alright.
It does look alright.
Jesus.
This is a bit tippy, but he's going hard out there.
Jesus.
I've been out for ages, that one.
God. You're embarrassing me tonight, mate.
And the other one done and went all the way down the side.
I have to keep checking back to make sure my bloody rod's not going in the water. He's gone quite far down there, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's what the other one did. Didn't get rid of the head shapes and all that. Down there, must be.
He's all the way down there.
See him splashing down there.
Jesus, man. He's quite far down, isn't he? Another decent one. Oh, it is another big one. Just going to keep him here instead of holding him. Last time I tried to lift him up, he went schizo, didn't he? Oh. So it's got to be about the same weight as the last one. Yeah, maybe it's definitely a 10. Jesus, man. God. Right in the corner of the mouth as well. Oh. Couldn't get a better placement on that if you tried, mate. Oh. God, Jesus, man. Whew. Let me turn my head torch off. Oh. That's a big one. Covered in grit. Yeah, come and hold your fish, mate. I reckon he's not far off the other one. I reckon he's a 10. I say. Let me just get the light on you a bit better.
A bad lump.
That's all right, that is.
A belly on him.
Should we get a weight on him or just to see how much he is? I'll be back in 1 sec. Get in.
Snag bro. Doubles.
Oh yeah, that's what Snag Bro's saying, it doubles only. Yeah, I guess the final look before he goes back. Another big one. Late flurry that was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All the bubbles come out of him, look, when he... Another big one. That one went proper though, that one did, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Off she goes. They swim so effortlessly, don't they? Get in, son. Success. Right, so we're just about to pack up. I've reeled in one rod already. Not been so much action for the last sort of 20 minutes after Dad had that fish, so it's 1 o'clock in the morning now. We're going to call it quits. We've been here since 10 past 6, something like that. I think was when we first got set up and had the first cast. So 7 hours of fishing, is that? Yeah, 7 hours of fishing. Didn't really catch anything until we caught his first fish at about 11 o'clock, maybe just gone 11. Then we had a little flurry for half an hour and then another break and then another little flurry again, but good total for the night. Biggest two going to Dad. One of them was £12.6. The other one was £10.8, which 2 doubles in one night. It's a bit greedy if you ask me, but I'm sure he won't let me forget that one for a little while. But I only managed to catch a couple of squeaks. One that was probably about £0.5 and one that was about £3. But it was better than blanking, which is what I've been doing a lot of recently. So yeah, it's quite nice to come down to a new mark, fish somewhere new and actually catch fish. But yeah, if you did like the video, drop us a like. Any subs appreciated. I'm not too far off 500. I think I'm high 300s or something like that. So hitting 500 is quite a cool benchmark to put on YouTube. So if any of you can fancy dropping a sub, then be appreciated. And if not, oh, my light's gone off. No way. Look at that. Really, I didn't even notice. But yeah, I'm in the dark now anyway, so appreciate the view. See you later.